Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chelsea Axe,
Hey, Dr. Josh Axe here.
and today we are going to go over some of the supplements that I am taking while I am pregnant. It's a big question we've gotten from a lot of you consistently about what I'm taking, the brands I'm taking, so we're going to go through them all, what it is, why I'm on it, and potentially any other ones that you could look at adding in, or you want to talk to a healthcare provider about adding in. So, yeah.
Totally. And so obviously we've co-founded a supplement company. So we've spent years researching we know a lot about supplements, at least quite a bit. And so we're going to talk about specifically though, personally, what we take and specifically what Chelsea's taking, what we've recommended to our dearest friends and family, people we love and care about, including you guys. So let's dive in.
Yeah.
First one here,
Let's start with that.
So first one, probiotics, okay? And specifically, Chelsea takes an SBO probiotic. You can see here, this is by Ancient Nutrition. And we're gonna go through a lot of brands. By the way, only a few are Ancient Nutrition, a lot, in fact, more than half are from other brands. So we're gonna show you these other brands too. But yeah, we take an SBO, she takes an SBO probiotic. Probiotics are important for so many things, but we really know, especially according to medical studies, the health of the gut is so important.
Oh, yeah.
So important. So we know that your gut health is related to how well you're absorbing stuff, like the nutrients in some of the foods you eat. We know SBO probiotics specifically that are found in the soil today. This is a type of probiotic we're not getting, and that can affect so many areas of your body, from your gut health to even your immune system. And so we think probiotics, especially from that, hey, you aren't what you eat, you are what you digest principle. Yeah. So that's a big reason why I know you take probiotics.
Absolutely. And to moving forward, there's studies done of like how your gut health is, like what your microbiome is like, will actually translate into what the babies will actually be. So like your gut health directly will affect and play a role in how your baby's gut health will be even starting off in life and what their foundation is. So it's really important.
It's important. This is also why dietary wise, you're getting lots of fiber. That plays a big role in healthy fiber. So, bad bacteria like Candida can feed off of sugar, but a lot of the good stuff likes to feed off of fiber or soluble fiber. So you got your Granny Smith apples over there. So you have quite a few berries and green apples and you get a lot of fiber there. You get fiber, loads of vegetables.
Lots of vegetables. I go through lots of steamed vegetables.
So you do a lot of asparagus, a lot of cauliflower, a lot of broccoli. Those are probably the three, and green beans. Those are probably the four vegetables you do the most.
I've done some baby bok choy recently. That's been like a craving.
Yeah, you have. So, but again, getting plenty of that fiber, and then herbs and spices. Now, you got to be careful during pregnancy, but you have done ginger. You've done turmeric. Yeah. You've done, and then just household herbs and spices we've thrown on chicken.
We did.
Yeah, little milk thistle. So, but those herbs, especially the ginger and turmeric, can be great for the body too. But again, we do probiotics, and not just any probiotic. We really think SBOs are good. Or take specifically for you, you can take a specific pregnancy probiotic too, if that's what you want. But Chelsea personally is taking is this SBO probiotic. Now, the next thing you have here is
B6. So this is something I'm not currently on. I'm in my second try, but this is something that I did consistently during my first trimester when I was dealing with morning sickness, and it was something that kind of helped ease and relieve nausea. B6, it's one of those vitamins a lot of people are deficient in, or women especially moving into pregnancy, and they've hypothesized they think it's possibly linked to morning sickness in some way if you're deficient. I know a lot of women who have had pregnancies not supplemented with vitamin B6, and then other ones taken it as a supplement, and their nausea was greatly reduced. So it's definitely helped. You definitely want to be careful in dosage. So definitely talk to your healthcare provider about like the right dosage for you.
And how much you've been taking, just the recommended dose daily?
Yeah, I just took one. Again, I had I had nausea. I wasn't throwing up or anything like that. I know people who have
I will say more. From being around, obviously working with, and when I ran my functional medicine clinic in the past and chiropractic clinic, like your nausea was much less than almost every, I would say you were in, I'm not to say there are probably someone who have even less than you, but generally speaking, your nausea was lower. Not saying you didn't feel bad, because I know being nauseous to me is the worst feeling in the world. But if you want to keep it at least lower, vitamin B6, another one we're going to talk about here right now, we'll go ahead and mention magnesium. And then also, you know, I think doing some ginger
Absolutely.
is also very
Ginger.
good. And
my
then,
midwife actually recommended some milk thistle tea for nausea, or smelling peppermint essential oil. Those were some of the other baseline things.
And the reason why milk thistle tea works because it really supports your liver, and your liver is responsible for estrogen. It's responsible for so many hormones. So that's why milk thistle and really caring for your liver is important during pregnancy. And your liver is actually part of what moves blood, a part of the system through your body. So the more you can move, think about this. Why, when you're on your, when you're on your menstrual cycle, like, you know, some of the symptoms of PMS, why putting a warm pack on the area? Why does that help?
Right.
Because it brings blood to the area, can reduce cramping, can reduce those certain symptoms.
Makes
so that's why milk thistle works. So magnesium here.
So magnesium. This is something I am currently on, taking magnesium. We have an Ancient Nutrition one of this too, but there's some extra herbs and stuff in there. So I'm just taking the mega food just because it's regular, just magnesium in it. So I'm 300 milligrams a day of magnesium. I did this all again through first try. Magnesium is the other one that we just mentioned that, coupled with B6, can really help with nausea or morning sickness if you have felt those symptoms. Well, I mean, what is it? 80% of people in the United States are actually deficient in magnesium. It's some crazy stat like that.
It's high.
Yeah.
Really high.
Magnesium does a lot. So
yeah, and magnesium too, it's just responsible, it's partly responsible too for just keeping your body relaxed. Of all minerals, it may be responsible for the most interactions in the body, or supporting the body in the most things. So it's so yeah, and again, just to throw this out there, with Ancient Nutrition, that's what I take for magnesium. It's what most people, the brand,
that's what I take pre-pregnancy.
But again, we put a couple herbs in there, which honestly, it's not at a dosage that's even probably going to affect anything, but for safety purposes, we always recommend, hey, safety first. So again, but magnesium, generally speaking, and listen, whether it's Ancient Nutrition or Mega Food or another company, make sure it's a whole food-based brand. Yeah. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
And so why we took that. So, and here's another one, omegas.
Omegas.
So, and you'll see, generally speaking, the two most popular today pregnancy vitamins are a multivitamin for pregnancy, number one, and then number two is an omega supplement.
Omega. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is the Ancient Nutrition, the whole body omega. This is what I'm on. Took it through my first try, still taking it now. I will say first try. It was kind of mind over matter some days because I don't do fishy like at all. I actually don't even like salmon. Salmon's too fishy for me. I know that's probably can't even believe that, but
you and your mom cannot handle. I mean, your dad and I love. I mean, we'll eat any fish anytime. It's probably the meat I consume the most for sure.
Oh gosh, hands down, yeah.
Yeah, I consume a lot of fish, but yeah.
I like fish. It's not that I don't like fish. I just don't like fishy fish.
You like grouper, you like snapper, some of the
more
mild
white
fish,
flaky, yeah. So I had days where, you know, if your stomach's upset, sometimes you taste your vitamins again. Like if that were to ever happen with the omegas, it's just, you know, it can be rough. But either way, this is what I'm taking. It's awesome, and I've felt good taking them.
Yeah, omega-3s are really important, and again, omega-3s, especially EPA, DHA, some of those omegas, we think are important there as well.
And having the correct ratio in your omega with that, right?
Right.
DHA.
That's right.
But yeah.
All right, let's talk about this one, turmeric.
Turmeric! This is one of the herbs that I am on, have continued to take through my pregnancy. It's fine for pregnancy. So again, first try, second try, continuing to take it. Yeah, I'm just taking the dosage recommended on it. Trying to think if there's anything else to say on it. I mean, turmeric is like one of those superfood herbs that like just decreases inflammation in the body, which I mean, it does a million other things too. I
mean, that's a big thing. We want to support your body in having a healthy, balanced level of inflammation. That's why omegas are great, and that's why turmeric is great, right? I mean, of all the research out there, the two things that have been proven to support healthy levels of inflammation in the body the most are going to be an omega-3 and turmeric.
Yep.
And that's key for everybody across the board. Mm-hmm. So that's why you're doing those two things.
And this one, again, this is ancient.
One other thing.
Yeah, this is Ancient Nutrition. So this one is cool because, you know, obviously we have to formulate it, but when you take turmeric, your body is able to much more readily absorb it when it's actually taken in conjunction with like black pepper. Is there other things with black pepper? They did studies.
Really,
Black pepper
really, it's any warming spices, but black pepper is the one, you're right, that all the studies
opens
have
up your
been
blood
on.
vessels to absorb and fully get like the benefits of the turmeric. And
Now, in this ancient nutrition one specifically, just want to mention, like, we follow the ancient Ayurvedic blend. So if you've ever heard of the recipe of turmeric golden milk or turmeric golden tea, that's a recipe that's like 3,000 years old, and it's a blend of turmeric plus warming spices, black pepper, long pepper, and ginger. And so anyways, but warming spices open up your capillaries and improve circulation. So then you have turmeric that gets dispersed throughout your entire body. And it's actually been shown if you consume turmeric without these key herbs with it, it actually doesn't get out to most of your body.
Yeah.
So that's why in this specific turmeric formula by Ancient Nutrition, we do that. And then,
so it's important if you're looking for a turmeric supplement, you want to make sure it's not just like a pure turmeric. Like it is in conjunction with a warming spice or blend so that you are getting the most out of your turmeric.
That's right. We have 2 left.
2.
So let's talk about this one. So
Yeah.
this is Ancient Nutrition's Prenatal.
Yeah. I know a lot of you didn't even know Ancient Nutrition had a prenatal, but
Yeah, well, this is a newer product we
Yeah.
came out with not that long ago, but again, we're super excited about this. So we put in, one of the greatest things about this multi is it has methylated B vitamins. You know, there's a lot of women who actually struggle with absorption of B vitamins.
Yeah.
And so when they're methylated, the absorption rate becomes better. And it's actually genetically, a lot of women just don't absorb certain B vitamins well.
Yeah.
So we put methylated in here, included methylfolate, methyl vitamin B12. It really is amazing. And a few other things I want to mention here. It's got that ginger root extract and a little bit of bone broth in here. Some of the omegas in here too. So this is really specifically for pregnancy. It's what I would call a whole food based vitamin, you know, there as well. So you can see there, it's got the methylated vitamins and minerals. And this is available online. It's available at places like Whole Foods Market, Sprouts, I think Vitamin Shop now too. So Whole Foods, Sprouts, and Vitamin Shop, and most local natural health food stores, if they don't, say, hey, you know, pick this up, go into your local health food store, ask for Ancient Multi, their prenatal or other multivitamins there.
And I actually started supplementing with that, 3 to 6 months before we decided we wanted to start trying to get pregnant.
That's right.
Reason being, they just recommend even increasing your folate levels, different things, you know, just going into pregnancy, making sure all these levels are at a good point for healthier baby. So just I wanted to throw that out there too, that I started taking this a good amount of time before we knew we were ready to transition into, okay, we're going to start trying to get pregnant now. And yeah.
Yep. And then you took this, are you still taking this?
I am still taking that.
Okay, so this is a blood builder, okay? And so, and we actually have an Ancient Nutrition blood builder too that I've personally taken too, but this is one that you've taken as well. And that was just generally for, if you think about this, especially that first trimester, when your own body is making the placenta, which is essentially a new organ and a new person, okay? New organ and new person. A lot of that, it really, your body's needing to build some blood at that time.
Well, your blood volume actually it almost doubles.
It's huge.
Your entire blood volume almost doubles during like the whole course of pregnancy, which is insane when you really think about it. It's a lot of extra blood to make on top of an organ, on top of a human being. So your body is doing a lot of work.
And one of the things you want to do is look at your tongue, especially before pregnancy. During is great too.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to look at it during if you're in that state now, or before, and look, is it pale? There's a difference. You can have a coat on your tongue, that's candida or dampness. But if your tongue is actually, it should be sort of a bright, vibrant pinkish red. If it's dull, if it's looking a little pale, it typically that's a sign of anemia, essentially. And so you want to make sure that you're supporting your blood, especially during pregnancy, because it's better off to get to where you need to be before you're trying than trying to catch up during that time.
It's almost impossible to catch up once you're pregnant, just because your body is pulling so many nutrients out from like what your body needs to create. Again, like you said, the placenta, the baby. And that's why so many women deal with morning sickness. All of a sudden they'll start trying to catch up and add in all these supplements. But if their body was already in a state of depletion, just, you know, before even going into it, it's very rare that they're able to get to a point where they're even keel again until later on. So
Totally.
yeah.
So I do want to say this. We talked about a lot of different supplements. We just wanted to share personally what Chelsea takes.
Yeah.
I do want to say, hey, you're on a budget and there's only certain things you can take, number one is a prenatal.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Prenatal, hands down.
And then, hey, if you're worried about nausea, it's B6 and magnesium. Those are the two big ones, B6 and magnesium for nausea. And then the others are great. If you're just general health, and one that not everybody takes during pregnancy, but the next one I think, man, I wish everybody would be a probiotic.
Yeah.
I just think that that's really, really a great one to take too. And then of course, turmeric and the omegas and those sort of things. I mean, omega, the DHA, there's lots of clinical studies on, the importance there for brain health, neurological health, but remember this too, I do want to say, supplements are for supplementing your healthy diet.
Absolutely.
So one thing I'll say about Chelsea is she's such an amazing eater. And so, and for us, you are. I mean, you eat so great. And so, like you're waking up every morning, like from what I see you eat, you're doing a smoothie. You do your bone broth and like maybe a green apple and berries.
Supplements, I guess, collagen and bone broth.
That's the other thing. You're doing collagen, multi-collagen protein every morning,
yeah.
and bone broth protein.
I don't even consider that a supplement in my head anymore because it's food.
I'm just going to show everybody quick. So if you want to.
Yeah, so every morning, I've actually gotten asked this a lot. Am I still doing collagen? Am I still doing bone broth? Every single morning, I haven't missed a day yet. I do 2 scoops of multi-collagen, 1 scoop of bone broth protein chocolate, mix it with water, and that's my breakfast.
Ancient Nutrition Multi-Collagen Protein, you're doing this one. And then you do bone broth. This is the old packaging. We have newer coming out too, but this is bone broth protein.
I'm stocked up.
And so you do 1 scoop of each of those, or maybe 2.
2 collagen,
2 of the
1
collagen,
bone broth.
2 of these, and then everything else. But again, prenatal, most important. And again, eat healthy. So for breakfast, you do your multi-collagen protein smoothie.
Yeah.
Typically for lunch, you'll do chicken or beef, something like a
Bunch of
grass-fed
steamed
burger, load of steamed vegetables. Sometimes you'll do a little hummus or like that siete cashew cheese or something like that with it. And then for dinner, sometimes we'll do True Food Kitchen. Like you'll get like a bowl, like you've done
the quinoa
bowl, rice bowl with like a bunch of veggies and stuff like that. So, but typically it's like maybe like either like a whole grain, lots of vegetables and meat as well. And then for dessert, you typically do a little dark chocolate, or I'm trying to think some of the other stuff we've had recently. Healthy pie or snacks we make.
Paleo cookies or berries. I said a lot of berries.
Yeah, your mom we downed those. Your mom made those dark chocolate covered raspberries.
They're so good.
We ate those by the bucket, but so good. So we hope you guys have enjoyed this video on the supplements that we think are really important.
Yeah.
Before and during pregnancy.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah. Let us know if you have any extras, additions that you've maybe tried that we didn't add on here, or any comments, questions, whatever below.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.